we're really excited about the game that we're bringing in this year, really taking a step back as developers, looking at all areas of our game. We talked a lot about innovating across the entire pitch and really touching all the systems that we have and really creating a very balanced experience. The balanced sports game is ultimately a real fun game to play.
So if you look back at FIFA 15, what would you name as the things that bothered you the most, where you were not happy with?
Yeah, well, listening to fan feedback, the two really big things, and one was he really wanted confidence in defending. It was difficult at times to stick with speedy wingers, you know, Ronaldo,
they were really
Bale.
A bit overpowered.
Yeah,
right?
you know, and I think a lot of times you saw online players playing with Real Madrid versus Real Madrid. So we wanted to create a game that felt more balanced. So we've done a lot of work in defending, which we're going to show you in a minute. The second thing as well was really bringing the midfield back into play, and
people just bypass the midfield completely, right?
Exactly, and I think, you know, a lot of people felt they could go from back to, from defending straight up to the up front with the long passes, but also that pace, the speed of the wide players, especially the skilled ones, meant it was quite easy to bypass the midfield. So those are the things that we've really focused on. Also looking at creating those moments of magic as well, kind of some new dribbling mechanics, working a lot on shooting, and literally touching every single system in our game. But it's all about creating a really balanced experience.
All right, awesome. So Pele was actually at the press conference of EA, right?
Absolutely.
So what is his relation with the game, actually?
Well, you know, if we look at our game and looking at, you know, creating this balanced experience, we have an amazing technology. We have, you know, the player impact engine and physics and locomotion and animation. You know, if we can create it, you know, looking at our entire game, improving it, balancing the game out, we feel that, you know, ultimately it's the beautiful game. And in FIFA you can play beautiful. He coined that phrase. What better way to exactly, you know, and what better way to show that than have the great man himself on stage with David on Monday.
Yeah, well,
so
looked really cool. Okay, let's just dive in. I think you have a new feature. It's called Swift defending, no?
Yeah, swing steps. So this
swing
is
steps. Okay,
so we've done a lot of work around really focusing in on the agility and the responsiveness in the players, and this is just one example of many. So you see Neymar here, the defender. He's just keeping with Bale, and you can see just quickly and agile keeps changing in these swing steps to stay with Bale. And as we know, last year at times it was very difficult to stay with Bale as a defender. If we go into the next sequence here, we've obviously done a lot of work around the player movement itself and responsiveness, but we've also done a lot of work around the AI of the team themselves, the defensive playing as a unit. So you can see there that the possession was changed. There was a change in possession. What I want you to look at is the bottom of the screen. Look at the left back, sorry, the right back. And he covers instantly, gets back into play, and is able to cover that, you know, nice through ball.
Is this the AI, or is this?
This is the AI actually tracking back for you, getting players back into position. Here's another example here. Previously in the game, we'd focused too much on man marking. Players would focus completely on man marking. If you look at the top of the screen here, you can see Rakitic. He's man marking. I think it's Ronaldo at the top there.
Yeah, that's Ronaldo.
Benzema gets the ball, and then you can see Bale makes a great run. So he moves away from Ronaldo because he's covered by Piqué, and he's able to actually cover that space. So what we're seeing is moving away from man marking to actually cover dangerous space. Really important, and it's sort of transforming the feel of the game. Another thing we just want to show here, I'll come in a little bit closer, is some work we've done around animations and actually some new context and the way that we're doing in defending. So you mentioned this to me earlier. I know you played this.
Yeah, I'm really happy about this.
Focus on Marcelo here. We've completely redone all of the slide tackle animations. As he come in, Messi recognizes that he's coming. Marcelo actually commits to slide tackle. Messi then dinks over him.
He's never going to reach it.
You can now press the slide tackle button again, pop up, and you're back in the play, and he uses body position to actually win back the ball.
Yeah, this is totally new. I really like this. I actually played the game yesterday already, and I used it a lot, and it works.
It really helps that responsive feel. So what we're going to go now...
Why did you guys do this? Is it because the old sliding tackle was just... It was too... if you missed it, it was just game over?
Exactly. I think, you know, slide tackle could be powerful, but it could also just take you completely out of the play. And we wanted to get that responsiveness back, you know, making feel you had a second choice. You look at top players, they can get up pretty quickly. So we wanted to focus in on that. This is now where we're really focusing in on the midfield, and that's sort of what we call midfield matters again. So we've really completely reworked our interception logic. As the ball comes forward here, Benzema's about to get the ball, but you can see that Piqué actually gets tight, and he sees the opportunity to come in and intercept. So we're getting these really nice two-player interactions, and he steps in to challenge the ball. Here's another example of it here. The ball comes in, and it's Rakitic again here, actually. He comes in and sees that he can get to the ball and actually slides to do that. Cool. This is transforming the feeling of the game. It's meaning that you can't bypass the midfield anymore. You have to build up play through the midfield, think about different ways to attack. It's creating much more variation, meaning that you can look and play with different teams, within the game. But I talked about balance right off the top, and this is a way that you can counter the intercept.
You redid the goalkeepers.
Yes.
There were some troubles with it, I think. They were pedaling backwards, so it was a bit.
Yeah.
Well, that was a trouble with long shots.
Yeah.
How did you guys?
So just to sort of, we understand there were some issues. There were some times when goals went in, and it didn't feel great. We've put just as much effort this year as last year into the goalkeepers. We're looking at making sure that balance between the shooter and the goalkeeper feels right, dealing with some of the issues that we had. But really, we have an amazing technology base with the goalkeepers, with the changes that we made, and really helping to develop and enhance that this year. So lots of investment in goalkeepers again.
And lots of balancing as well with the play.
Absolutely.
Another big feature is the women's teams.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time in FIFA history we get to play with the ladies.
Yeah, so I think we're seeing the video here right now, and you know, this for us as a team, we've been working on this for a while and on quite a few years, and we're incredibly proud to be able to bring women into our game. We want to be the most authentic football game there is, and we feel women need to be part of that. But when we bring women to our game, we wanted to make sure we did it right. So we did a prototype.
What was the big challenge for that?
So we did a prototype about 3 years ago, and we realized that our body scaling, the way we did body types, just wasn't good enough. So we did a lot of work in that technology. We did a very linear scaling. Now we're scaling by body, you know, shoulders, hips. It's created much more unique body types, which actually enhances the